In my previous vlog, I talked about one possible career pathway after the JET program, pursuing a master's degree. I also mentioned that finding a graduate program related to TESOL or English language teaching in Japan isn't as easy as many people think. Over the past several months, I've been researching universities that could help me continue my teaching career in Japan. In today's video, I'd like to share 5 universities that I seriously considered, along with the pros and cons that I discovered in my research. But wait, just a quick disclaimer before we start. University programs, admission requirements, tuition fees, and schedules can change over time. Please use this video as a starting point, but always check the university's official website for up-to-date information. And if necessary, contact the admissions office before making any decisions. Now, let's get started. The first university I looked into was Ritsumeikan University in Kinogasa, Kyoto. At first, I honestly thought this might be my number one choice. Starting from the 2026 academic year, their English language education course allows working professionals to finish the entire program online. Classes are offered in the evenings and on Saturdays, making it possible to continue working while working on a graduate degree. This program is designed for anyone who wants to become highly specialized English teachers. Students can also broaden their studies by taking courses in Japanese language, linguistics, and communication. And another good thing is that there are internship opportunities at a nearby high school in Kyoto. On paper, it sounded almost perfect. However, I contacted the admissions office to clarify one important question. Although the program is called the English Language Education course, they informed me that the program itself is offered only in Japanese. For me personally, who does not really have high Japanese communication skills, that was a deal breaker. If your Japanese skill is at an advanced level, and if you're interested in, learning the ropes or improving your English teaching skills, Ritsumeikan is a viable option for you. Now, number 2, Kyoto University of Foreign Studies. This university happens to be the alma mater of my Japanese coworker who's really proficient in English. And he advised me to also take a look at his alma mater because he met a lot of foreigners while he was still studying there. And I think until now, they still accept a lot of international students. Like Ritsumeikan, KUFS is also in Kyoto, which is very convenient for all of the applicants who are already living in the Kansai area. KUFS has a strong reputation when it comes to language education, intercultural communication, and preparing future language educators. The smaller class sizes is also an appealing factor because it allows more interaction with their instructors or professors. However, one of the biggest challenges is that many graduate courses require a high level of Japanese proficiency. I also happened to email their admissions office. I was informed that in order to get into this university, you must have at least N2 or preferably N1 Japanese language level. So that's not me. So even though the university focuses on language education, it isn't necessarily an English taught degree program. Again, if your Japanese communication skills is really like N2, N1 level, this university would welcome you with open arms. And I think you would really do well because their course offerings, their degree programs are also very appealing. It's just that for me, my Japanese skills is not even close to N3 or N4. Next is Nagoya University of Foreign Studies. Now, I was so impressed with this university because I asked for some like brochures or some papers that they have to talk about their degree programs. And it was like 2 days already. I didn't receive any responses from them through email, but when I checked my post box, I received this one. They sent this parcel for me to read. It contains a lot of information about the degree programs that I was interested in. And this university really caught my attention because they have English taught programs. And when I say English taught, their medium of instruction is English. And I think they highlighted that one. They use English in all of their classes, and during their exams, the tests are conducted in English. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've researched from their website, and I'm just opening it right now. I've received this a long time ago, but I didn't have the time because I was too busy at work and with other things. But now it's great that I'm doing this vlog because I will already have the chance to open this. And wow, they have a letter which is in Japanese. But yeah, I'll just translate it later on. So they gave me this one. Oh, the application. And they have a note here. The application period has ended. Please see this as a reference material. Oh, they wrote, please see this as our reference materials. So yeah, but anyway, no one's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I really love this one because their graduate program is designed with international students and English teachers in mind. I've heard that their classes there at Nagoya University of Foreign Studies are relatively small. The faculty also has a good reputation and the curriculum emphasizes practical English language teaching rather than purely theoretical research. If I remember it correctly, they have like um connections with a university in Hawaii. So if you have the funds, if you have the time to, pursue some courses that are related to the degree, you can really do that one. And compared to Tokyo, living expenses in Nagoya is relatively manageable. However, there are two things that I have to keep in mind because first, unless you or I am already living within Aichi Prefecture, which is where Nagoya is, you'll probably need to relocate. So for someone like me who is based in Kyoto, after the JET program, I have to use a lot of money to move to Nagoya if I decide to pursue this degree program at this university. And second, when I researched the program, the thing that set me off was that for the program that I am interested in, they can extend help when it comes to like visa changes. So if I need to change definitely I need to change my visa into a student one because I'll be studying. That's what I intend to do. I just want to be a full-time student, work part-time 28 hours a week. But there's like somewhere there in their online brochure stating that they cannot help international students get a student visa. So I believe that this program, this university is best suited for someone who already has a resident status in Japan. If you're currently working, maybe with an instructor's visa, a professor's visa, or another visa that can allow you to study at this university, then this university is for you. Maybe if you're also with a spousal visa. But for me, I still have an instructor visa, but if I move to Nagoya, maybe I have to like change it. But overall, NUFS still remains one of the universities that I'm still seriously considering, but that means I have to look for a job somewhere in Aichi or Nagoya to be able to do the weekend classes at this university. And in this brochure, they also gave like a quick look on how much it would cost to study at this university. This specific program, this will be the total money that you have to prepare for all the school fees. So for the two semesters, it would cost me 1,425,000 yen. But again, prices will change without prior notice. So always make sure to go ahead into their official website so that you would be able to get up-to-date information. And wow, they also gave here other forms to fill out if you are interested in, pushing through with this one. But now let's go to the fourth one, which is Temple University in Tokyo. Probably its biggest advantage is that everything is taught in English. Since it's an American university, the degree is internationally recognized, and many classes are scheduled in the evenings, making it ideal for working professionals. The university also has a diverse student body and a large alumni network. The downside, however, is the cost. Temple is one of the most expensive universities on my list, and living in Tokyo isn't cheap either. The admissions process may also require additional documents such as credential evaluations and official transcripts. Since I did not finish at an American university, I have to get official transcripts from my university and send it over to the World Education Services. They'll be the ones who will try to check my documents and will decide the equivalent value of my years in university as compared to like the one that is recognized in Canada, in America. That's their role, and it also takes a hefty amount, I believe, to have your credentials evaluated. So while Temple University offers flexibility, you really have to prepare yourself financially because it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. And if I remember my computations right, if you pursue your studies at Temple University, like for my case, who's interested in in their TESOL degree program, I have to shell out around 2 million yen for 1 year. So for 2 years, I have to at least have 4 million yen. And where will I get that amount of money? And also, I checked in one of their online pamphlets or brochures. Their school is quite inclusive. Is that the right word? But yeah, like, they welcome everyone and they don't really have policies to suppress a person's self expression. Very American, right? But anyways, that's for my fourth university. Before we go to the fifth and last one, hi, if you're new here, my name is Pat, the ugly expat in Japan. I make videos about life in Japan, the JET program, and my glow up journey. Because my students, my Japanese students called me ugly. They were using the Japanese language when I heard them talking about me. But anyways, that's another story for another video. And if you've been watching my videos, thank you so much for being one of the constant 20 viewers that I've been getting in my previous videos. Welcome back to our channel. But let's move forward to Sophia University in Tokyo. Actually, I didn't give any attention to this university because I thought that it's gonna be very strict because it's a Catholic school, I would say. It's a religious school. It was founded by the Jesuits. And I grew up at a Catholic school environment. It was good, but the policies were really like somehow, I would say, too strict, like haircut policy, hair color. At that time, I didn't go against the rules. I was very obedient. Because, yeah, I understood that it's a school policy. If I wanted to be there, I have to follow their orders, just be a robot for once. But once I graduated from that university, I was like, oh my God, I could get a taste of what freedom is like. I don't have to get monthly haircuts just to be allowed to go to school. So, yeah, I was quite afraid of, researching about Sophia University, thinking that they would also be very strict when it comes to all of those policies since they're more of like a religion associated school. But Sophia is one of Japan's most prestigious private universities and has an outstanding international reputation. Graduating from Sophia also carries a significant prestige both inside and outside Japan. However, admission is quite competitive. Tuition is expensive, and you also need to consider Tokyo's high cost of living. Compared to Temple University, scheduling may not be as flexible for people who are working full-time. Nevertheless, if you're looking for academic excellence and strong international reputation, Sophia University is definitely worth considering. So after researching these 5 universities, where do I currently stand? Of course, that doesn't mean that these universities are the best for everyone. Your decision will depend on your Japanese ability, your budget, where you're currently living in Japan, and if you plan to continue working while studying. If there's one piece of advice I'd like you to take away from this video, it's this. Don't rely solely on university websites because for me, when I check the English website of Ritsumeikan University and Kyoto University for Foreign Studies, I thought that it was already like my green light. But good thing I contacted their admissions office to really check if I won't have a problem with my poor Japanese language skills. So if you are interested in a university and if you're not that confident with your Japanese skills, you really have to check with the admissions office if that won't be a problem. Because, being in an environment where you are hearing the language you are not 100% confident in, it would make your studies more stressful than it already is. So again, if something isn't completely clear, email the admissions office after you've gone through all the information that is available in their website. Sometimes a simple question can save you months of researching and help you avoid applying to a program that doesn't actually match your goals. I hope this video helped you if you're planning your life after the JET program, or if you're simply looking for graduate schools in Japan related to English language teaching. If you know other universities offering English taught or English medium degree programs in Japan, let me know in the comments and I'd love to research them because maybe there are other options that I overlooked. Also, a lot of people nowadays are telling me that it's not worth studying in Japan anymore because of, the anti-foreign policies or the sentiments that the locals have here. What do you think? If you were in my shoes, would you still pursue a degree here in Japan or study somewhere that would give you more opportunities to grow and more opportunities to stay longer without dealing with the anti-foreigner sentiments? Let me know what you think in the comments, and that's it for now. I'll see you next week. Mata ne!